pretty mad at Lee for it. Told her I was gonna hide one somewhere in her house where she would never find it. Ingredients: duck egg, lye, salt. It's challenging to use for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's horrid. It smells bad, it looks bad. They're like black and gray and brown, and it's not something I would normally use as a pastry chef. So there's that. And then the other thing is it's a finished product. It's already preserved. It's had all this gunk rubbed on it and sat for however many months.
So where did you get them?
I went down to Chinatown. I got them at one of the supermarkets. It was funny because I wandered into the supermarket and there weren't a lot of English speakers in the supermarket, and I was trying to ask where they were because I didn't even know where to find them. Like, I looked in the sort of egg section and they weren't there. There were a lot of salted eggs and salted egg yolks and all sorts of things, but no preserved black eggs. So I had to ask, and I'm trying to say century egg, millennium egg, 100-year egg, and the guy's just looking at me kind of like I'm crazy. So I pulled it up on my phone on Wikipedia and I just showed him a picture. He goes, oh, and he takes me around to the shelf, and there's, lo and behold, like 12 different brands of these things. I couldn't really tell the difference, except that some of them are lead-free, so I went with those. People tell me they're very delicious. We have, several Chinese coworkers here, and they were like, oh, yeah, we eat those on holidays. I'm like, no. I think I'm gonna stick with gingerbread. It's not. Oh, can't do it. The only way I would eat this was if I was on The Amazing Race and they were offering me $1 million and I had to eat this. The recipe that I'm doing is sort of a traditional sablé recipe. There's a version of a French sablé cookie that actually uses cooked egg yolks to sort of create a really crumbly, delicate texture. And you push them through a sieve to kind of mush them all down. It doesn't even look like. And then, yummy! I hope people still come to eat my desserts after this. The dough looks like there are pistachios stirred into it, like it's kind of green and speckled. I actually thought about putting pistachio flour in it to sort of mask that, and then I was like, hey, you know what, let it be what it is, so.
So lead-free, but now they're gold.
Like I said, there's almost nothing. Doesn't go with hot chocolate. A delightful seasonal treat. Just like Grandma used to make. I would rather have chocolate chip. It's not bad. I mean, it's a little salty. Chris, do you want a cookie?
Oh, I love a cookie, Chef.
Oh, we fell for that one.
Uh-oh.
Your verdict on 100-year-old cookies?
Not tragic. Probably won't continue making them this way, and we better watch out.
What are you going to do with the cookies and dough you have now?
Feed them to unsuspecting people? Well, we always have a problem with people coming by and thinking that the pastry station is the snack station. This is the perennial problem of pastry chefs. So maybe today will be the snack station. Rosewater for me was an interesting one because I wanted to sort of get off of this just using a gross ingredient track and use something that we might come across, usually do come across somewhere in pastry world, but that none of us like.